Hello? What's that? WolfTrax episode 2 is here. Let's go! What's up, everybody? DJ Mad Mardigan with Generation Now Entertainment, the official DJ of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we are back. Episode 2 of WolfTrax, a show where we review Minnesota hip-hop and rap tracks. We react to them live. We pick on 3 tracks that were going to be played at the Timberwolves game coming up at the Target Center in front of 19,000 people. No big deal. It's going to be awesome. I have an illustrious guest in the building. Let's get right into it. Give it up for Ricky from Waterwave. Hey! What's up, bro? Hey. Welcome.
I love what you're doing for the music scene out here in Minnesota.
Appreciate it, man.
Asked me to come on here. I gotta come on here.
Yep. No, you're on my top list of people I wanted on this show. I think you're gonna have a great perspective. So let the people know kind of who you are, you know, the brand that you've built with Waterwave, and some artists that you've been working with.
Yeah, my name is Ricky. I'm originally from Mankato, Minnesota, but I've lived in Minneapolis probably for the last 6 years now. I started Waterwave in 2018 with some friends I met in college. Went to college in River Falls, Wisconsin for about 3 semesters, played football. We dropped out, moved to Dinkytown, and the rest is history, really. Opened up a clothing store in 2020, right on the tail end of COVID, where we sell vintage clothing, sneakers, designer clothes, local brands, Waterwave merch. Shout out the Timberwolves and Lynx. Kind of stole their logo a little bit, but changed it enough to not get sued. But yeah, we review a lot of music also on our YouTube channel. We do live streams where people can submit their music, but we were built off of helping the community, doing podcasts, vlogs, going to concerts, throwing concerts, and what you've been doing has been really cool. I found a lot of new artists, seeing you post them.
Yeah, same, man.
And it's became a cool thing. Like it's like at first I was like, no way, like local guys are getting their songs played at the Timberwolves game, and now it's like I'm finding new artists because they're getting played at the Timberwolves game. So you've been putting me on with some new people too.
That's beautiful, man. And that's really what this show is all about. You know, because we both agree there's a lot of dope hip hop and rap music coming out of the Twin Cities and Minnesota in general. A lot of these people don't have a big platform to show it, and that's where it is kind of a big deal to have your song played at something like a Timberwolves game. And also shout out to like Ray Mills and DJ YS with the Wild and Vikings for what they do too for the community. So I love just like hearing new music, like especially hip hop. Hip hop is my favorite genre, always has been. That's why I started DJing in the first place. And so this is just a ton of fun for me. And hey, we're gonna find some bangers that we're gonna be playing at the Target Center for an upcoming Timberwolves game. So that's what it's all about. But yeah, speaking of Waterwave, and you showed a little bit of the new merch.
Yep.
Okay, we got some in the back too, y'all. Make sure you check them out. We're gonna get into that first segment, which we call Fit Check. Let's see who is money today. Ricky, why don't you start it out?
All right, I'll start it off. Like you said, this is the Waterwave Turtle WWBA, the Waterwave Basketball Association drop. We just released that this year again in our store. The Nike Tech, shout out my wife, she got me that. The Jordan 3 Menieres, one of my favorite shoes. They're pretty beat up because I wear them all the time. He likes to wear watches, so I had to bring a cool watch. The Bapex, nothing too crazy, but it's kind of cool. My Cartier Love ring for my wedding ring, Chrome Hearts ring, and the vintage corduroy Timberwolves
Love that
hat.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about the chain? What about the pennant? What about the pennant?
Shout out Lakeside Diamond, the first ever water wave. I don't know if you can see, I got a big beard. First ever water wave chain, something slight, daily wear.
Enough of that. That's great, man. Let's check out this fit though. First of all, I got the throwback Wolves jersey. This was a City Edition jersey we did, I want to say like 3 seasons ago. Love the color combination with the I think there's our LeBrons. I don't know. I did an event at Nike and I saw these. I'm like, dude, I gotta have these shoes. And actually check out the socks to match. I mean, come on, dude, it's ridiculous. My biggest thing though is this watch. My leadership team gave me this brand new Bulova Gen Now branded watch. I love it. It's got our colors, obviously black, green, and white. And then, the hat to match the whole thing. It's just working right now. All right, fit check complete. Let's go.
A lot of blue and green.
Yep. Well, like when we first started, I was actually talking about this earlier. I was gonna wear the very first jersey that the Wolves ever got me when I first signed on with them in 2008. And it's crazy how fashion has changed. And that, I guess that's not a short amount of time. It's, 17 years ago or whatever. But dude, the jersey is like a box. I looked ridiculous in that thing. It's just huge. And I just remember like those days, like the pants were huge and baggy and like, they just weren't, the fitted look wasn't a thing back then.
Went from like short shorts to baggy shorts, and now we're kind of in this middle grade of like some people like to wear their shorts shorter and some people like to be baggy.
That's true. It is kind of both right now, right? But I am seeing like I pay attention to all the, you know, the ultra drip segments we do for Timberwolves. You know, when the players come walking in, it's like I'm always, you know, checking out what they're wearing. Baggy is definitely back when it comes to like high fashion. It is way back. I just can't go back. I don't know. Maybe I can, but like I just like the fitted look. Anyways, all right. So WolfTrax episode 2, Ricky from Waterwave. So again, here's what we're gonna do. We have a bunch of music submissions. I got some on my computer already. I've got some still in my email because we've been getting submissions. Literally like 10 minutes ago, we got another submission. So we're not gonna be able to get to all of them, okay? But the ones that we do get to, we will give you credit down in the description. And when we post it on our socials, we'll tag you guys on the tracks that we reviewed. So we're not gonna listen to the whole song either. We're gonna just get a gist of it, see how the beat is, see just the energy of the song, the the lyrics, the bars, of course, and play enough of it to like get a sense of the song, what it's all about. If I like something off the bat, I hit the wolf howl, bro. Classic. We got the money button for Ricky if he likes something, and then we might just take a phone call from Crunch. I don't know. Crunch knows the number, so.
Hits are calling.
That would be amazing if Crunch called randomly, like just to talk about something.
Does that phone work?
This phone? Of course, bro. It's a direct line right to Crunch. Right to Crunch. Let's see. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we're going to be taking notes through this. We're going to write down the songs that we think would fit best at a Timberwolves game at the Target Center. And then at the end, we'll just kind of vote together and we'll pick the 3. And then what we do is I then play those 3 songs at a Wolves game, and I take video of that, and then we make like a kind of a short form reel out of the footage from us reacting to the song, picking the song, and then me playing the song, and then we make that artist collaborator and IG and stuff like that. So let's do my dude 1TK Rello. Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
He's at he works at the Target Center now too, as I think he does like some security stuff. So I met him through there, and he's like, yo, I'm an artist, and he made a song called I have 2 here. I don't think we reviewed his first one on episode 1. So I think I want to do this track called Believe That. 1TK Rello.
Probably an Anthony Edwards reference.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. So, all right, let's take a listen. Here we go. 1TK Rello, Believe Dat. Do you? I'll jump to the vocal here.
Campbell, we got Ant Rim Rocker scratching his back. Big 30, Big Julius running out with the pack. Go Bear in the paint, ain't going for none of that. Picked up DiVincenzo, and you know he gon' blow. They gon' disrespect the confidence and mistake it for cockiness.
I like that part. All right, let's go to the chorus. I like that little sample in the background. Yeah, there we go. Believe That, 1TK Rello. I got to give that a wolf howl off the bat.
No, I actually posted that song when I seen it because I thought it was
Did
really
you
cool.
really?
Yeah, because it's anything that's big tip, anything Minnesota sports themed music is going to get attention by media platforms, by DJs, and by fans. People, I mean, there's a few people that blew up during the Vikings season that dropped Viking songs. Yeah.
No, I agree. And just songs that like reference Minnesota, stuff about our culture, stuff about our community, landmarks, other artists from Minnesota. Like people that are from Minnesota love repping Minnesota. Like even like there's a ton of like merch brands, and you go to the Mall of America, there's a bunch of stores that really they just only selling Minnesota merch, basically like coffee mugs and everything. So
the first shirt I ever dropped in high school was a Minnesota themed shirt.
Was it really?
Yeah.
What did it look like?
It was just the state of Minnesota, and on the bottom it had pine trees going up, so it was like inverted, and it just said the established date. It was like a high school project.
Oh, that's sick.
Class. We sold a bunch of them. Sold out.
Did you?
Yeah, it was actually good. Cool. We actually all made money. So yeah.
Dang, right off the bat.
Minnesotans love Minnesota, so don't be shy to talk about Minnesota.
Minnesotans be Minnesotan. No, that's awesome. It actually reminds me of a shirt we made years ago for the state fair shows. It was the outline of the state of Minnesota, and then where the Twin Cities are, it was like the Minneapolis skyline, this big, and then coming out of the bottom of it was like roots, like a tree roots, and then it just said "Rep Your Roots."
Nice.
And then it had the Gen L logo on there, so I still have a couple of those.
Those do well.
Yeah. All right. So that's the first track. Let's move it on. I love cue points. I can just go straight to certain parts.
with the gang, yeah, we gon' bring the sticks out. When I'm with a mob, baby, we gon' bring the whips out. I can't even look, baby, yeah, that's how it go. These demons in my head, oh, baby, tryna get them gone.
Yeah, I'm gone. Said you stressing out here trying to call my phone. Baby,
Yeah,
just
how
leave
about
me
that switch up there?
I'm on the road with the bros, trying to live it up before I go. Hard times, big lessons. I can need no
All right. Yeah. So Gone, Trace Green. Yeah, I love that track. It has its time and place. You know what I'm saying? Like for sports, one thing I'm really looking for is just turned up, really. Now there's different segments people don't realize. Like I'm on the court DJing for player warm up before the doors even open.
Yep.
And that's a great time for me to play tracks like this, so it doesn't have to be this like arena banger. But if people want the song played, you know what I'm saying, in arena during the game, there's certain things that we're looking for.
Yep.
Certain, you know, tempos, energy, feelings. You just want to just destroy the opponent type of vibes.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, no, that one's definitely like a softer one, definitely kind of just like a filler on like a pregame warm-up shoot around and whatnot. And it is pretty cool, you know, working with like an NFL athlete. I don't see very many local artists working with NFL or NBA or, you know, professional athletes. So it was, when the opportunity came for us to work with him, it was pretty cool. And he wanted, like, you know, he was like, I don't want to blow this opportunity to work with Trace, and he said that on Care 11 when Care 11 did a news article on it.
I remember
so
that.
It's pretty cool. Like, you know, he's a really nice guy too. I think he won an award in Las Vegas for the Raiders of being like the guy that does the most for the community award, whatever they call it over there. And he did a lot for that out here. He has his own I Am Gifted Foundation. So shout out Alexander Madison. He's a really good guy. Sad he's not in Minnesota anymore.
I know, right? Yeah, that was terrible news for everyone. But I love being involved in the community, whatever that means for you, is just such a huge part of like any artist brand too. Like you know, it shows your character. And I think like with our DJs on our Generation Now team, our team members, like having something, a way to give back. You know, for us, a lot of the times it's just school stuff.
Yep.
It's going to schools, talking to schools about how, this can be a career. Like for real. Like you can turn your dreams into a career. It isn't like some thing that's not obtainable. And so that's one of our big ways of like giving back, is just like inspiring the youth to just like, and nothing against tax accountants and firefighters and like your typical careers that you see on career day. A record producer, a clothing brand owner, you know, a DJ, you know, these things are actually obtainable. And I just think that like if you are passionate about what you do, just in life in general, that's a W for you. Like to me, money is not the driving factor. It's like, do I love what I'm doing every day? And if the answer is yes, like you're winning in life. In my opinion.
Definitely.
All right, let's go to the next one. This next track is by Dwinell Rowland, produced by Laserbeak, a couple legends in the scene.
Yeah.
This track is called Ride. Let's take a look. Ride by Dwinell Rowland. All right, here's the beginning. So it's called Ride. This must be, this is the chorus.
I left my shirt at the crib, she smelled my cologne. Calling me to come over, but I'm busy, leave it alone. I'm the man now, with my OnlyFans now. In my underwear, eating Chipotle, how does that sound? Who cares about the privacy as long as you watching it? Talk about money, but never ever copy.
Clean version, appreciate that, appreciate the clean.
But I take it with the faith, or just fake. They beat at the door like an 808. Still do my dance, no need for the pump fake. Been on my riding in this car, no damn break.
Yeah, Ride by Dwinell Rowland. First thoughts, Ricky?
I like it. He did some stuff with the Timberwolves, right? And made the song for like a commercial for the City Edition.
Yeah,
See,
that
I
was
know
like
my
2
shit.
seasons ago or something like that.
Yeah, I like it. He's really talented, and Laserbeak, I think they've worked together a lot, or at least on the tracks that I've seen. I like it. A little bit, you know, it's not that crazy upbeat music or whatever, but I like it. I'd listen to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially when the weather's nice, roll the windows
I was
down,
just gonna say, dude, like riding in the
sunroof
car,
open,
like
whatever you got.
it just has that like, it's like a chill but like forward moving kind of like feeling, like just the way that the beat is structured. But yeah, shout out to Laserbeak. I mean, dude, the guy is a goat. He's a legend. He's been making bangers for a long time.
Yeah.
So when you see his name attached to something, you're like, all right, I have to check this out.
Minnesota's a producer state. We got a lot of big producers that people don't even know about because they're just behind the scenes.
Oh, word? What are some that come to mind?
I mean, Bobby Raps is one of the big ones because he
Yeah.
actually had, he actually makes music too, but like he produces on every single big hip hop album that came out last year, but he doesn't have like that Bobby Raps like producer tag because I think when you're in the industry, sometimes you can figure out where you fit in. Maybe you make a little bit more money if you aren't like I need my tag on everything, but you're still in the credits. You're still in the credits.
Absolutely.
But him, Frankie Bash is like does the same thing with everybody, and then even on a local level, like JTC Beats and like Gora and bunch. There's I could probably just keep going and going, but there's only so much time in the day to keep sitting and talking.
But that's dope. Great perspective. And you have a good perspective on bars too. So like, I'm more so listening to like the overall energy of the song, the instrumental, how the voice sounds over the beat. So feel free to chime in on just like the actual bars too, the lyrics. All right, next track is we got "Breathe" by Tay Supreme.
Okay.
Love Tay Supreme. First time I heard his music was on a track that he had with, oh my gosh, Mac Herb, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hate
Anyways. That's like a sports banger, bro. Like that song, I can, and those guys laugh too because I do play that at like basically any sports event that I'm doing. It's just the message is so perfect. They can hate anyways. But Tay's, that's when I first really heard Tay rap was on that track, and he comes in and just like the energy he has in his voice and stuff, he just tore it up.
He was one of the first artists I ever heard of when I started Waterwave in 2018 because the people that I was doing it with and went to college with knew him because they were from St. Paul. And whatever, showed me his music videos and worked together and whatnot. He was like probably the first 10 people I ever interviewed too. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen you guys.
I know a long history with him.
On a lot of videos with Tay. Yep. So shout out Tay Supreme. Let's check out this song. Breathe.
One thing for certain, two things for sure. I know that these ain't with me. I'm trying to get rich, ain't worried about it. I'm letting that be. I'm keeping it P. Remember when I was down bad on my own? I learned from the streets, ain't getting no degree. Don't know how I do it, but I'm getting to it. My foot on the gas, ain't letting them breathe. One thing for certain, two things for sure. I know that these ain't with me. I'm trying to get rich, ain't worried about it. Letting that be. I'm keeping it P. Remember when I was down bad on my own? I learned from the streets, ain't getting no degree. Don't know how I do it, but I'm getting to it. My foot on the gas, ain't letting them breathe.
Damn, dude, that is like. That last, that is money, bro.
Yeah, I like that one. I think it's good. It's a good stadium song too. Foot on the gas, ain't letting them breathe.
That's facts.
Like that's like it gives you maybe motivation for the game, or an idea of what maybe you would want in your headphones. Like I'm gonna go hard, not gonna let them breathe. We're up by 20. I ain't gonna stop going hard.
Yep.
So
that's
yeah,
true,
I like that
dude.
one.
I don't know, man. That's I'm writing that one down.
I haven't heard
sure.
that one yet either, too. I don't know if that's new or if it's unreleased or what it is. But
I'm pretty sure it is unreleased. We get the unreleased stuff here at WolfTrax, buddy. Shout out to Tay for sending me and that's clean too. Thank you. One thing about episode 1 is we did review some tracks that weren't clean, and Jack, our man behind the camera from Rethink Media, had to go in and edit those because we don't want F-bombs and other.
You can't even do it in the stadium anyway.
Exactly. So I wouldn't be able to play it. Yeah. So appreciate the clean versions, and I'm gonna try to, as long as they're labeled clean, I'm gonna trust that they are, and play only clean versions. So "Breathe" by Tay Supreme. That's up there. Yeah. All right, next track we got a song actually made about and for the Timberwolves. It's called "On the Way" by Leak Though. I think he's a season ticket holder. I see him at a lot of games. Just iced out. He's always just got the craziest outfits. But I just love his energy. I'm like, yo, make a song about the Wolves, bro. So this is what he made. It's called "On the Way." Has never been released. Let's check it out. I'll jump to the vocal here.
Tail Soko, we said run it back. Hey, hold on, wait, got the book pack in the city. I've been skating at 8 and up and down in mini. Shoot my shot, I know I hit it, Just hit MOA, I'm about to get real litty, yeah. Ask no question, do what I say, yeah. T-Wolves on the map and yeah, they got what it takes, yeah. See it in their face, they pump you like some brakes. Wolfpack on the lake, Wolfpack on the way. Drop the top and always hitting.
Wolfpack on the way. Oh, I see what he did there. Okay, so the track is called On the Way. You know Leak though?
He performed at one of our shows,
Okay.
I believe, at our Mankato show, like 2019. It's been a while. 2019 is a long time ago now. It's crazy.
Bro, that's pre-pandemic, dude.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've heard a lot of his music. I don't know. It's probably not up there for me in some of my favorite songs by him.
Yeah.
I like obviously the Timberwolves message. I think it can go far, but maybe a little bit more back vocals, a little bit more energy or something.
Yeah,
could
I
help
think
out a lot in that song. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I mean he's good. He's a good artist overall. But
Yeah.
I've heard a little bit better by him.
Right. Yeah, something about the beat, like it just the drums aren't hitting as much. I think if they were maybe mixed a little bit differently or something, his vocal is definitely shining through, but the instrumental isn't giving me. It's hard to describe. Like I just keep going back to forward movement, like forward momentum. Is what I look for in songs. Because like the whole time, it's just time-based at a Wolves game. Like everything is moving forward. Like we're getting ready for the next thing, and then we're getting ready for the next thing. That thing's over. We're getting ready for that. You don't stop. That's why it's so hard for me to go to bed when I come home, bro. I always just make a feast, honestly. Just make a feast and just watch some like, crazy DJ stuff on YouTube or whatever. But so I like that in the music, that we play at Target Center. And by having forward momentum, that it doesn't really matter what the BPM is. It could be this is 72 beats per minute, right in that kind of modern hip hop BPM. It could be 100 beats per minute, or it could be like a house track, that's 130 beats per minute. Just as long as it has that like forward momentum. Does that make any sense? Like, do you see what I'm saying with that?
Yeah. You don't want to backtrack when you're in a groove of mixing songs to each other. Yeah.
Just some songs are just kind of like the way that they're mixed. They're just not. They don't make you feel like you're moving forward. Yeah, we hear it when we hear another track, and I'll point that out for sure. All right, let's go. We have a lot of like Timberwolves related tracks, which I love. I mean, that's the thing. I would play that Leak Though song, right? I would play even just a little snippet of it, and like I can, with the turntables, I can just put drums over anything. I can add, energy and layers to things just with the turntables and kind of make it sound how I want it to sound. But as long as it's like Wolfpack on the way, it's just like shouting out Timberwolves, like it's the fans love that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So let's go to Top Dog by P. Will. Next track, Top Dog by P. Will. Let's just go right into it. I'm gonna jump. It's like a bar before the chorus.
I'm the top dog, screaming what a fire.
Karaoke time.
Just don't drop a dime. More money, more problems. I'm rich, so it's fine.
Were you a part of this track?
Your foot was on hard in the paint.
Did you? Oh, you did. Oh, that's right. I love those videos you guys do outside your town.
But always made a way. Do this for my baby girl, and I'm on forever straight. I ain't used to have none, now I got something, it's a blessing.
Oh, I love when that happens. The beat drops out and then comes back with the snare.
Fashion statement, pop out looking clean, you get the message. Everybody in my family count on me, but I ain't stressed. I'ma forever have love for the game.
Oh, I love that part.
I'm a man.
I would loop that like this.
I really made it out. I'm forever have love for the game.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Top Dog by P. Will. You know what? That's dope, dude. It's 84 beats per minute. Oh, he's hitting the money. I'm hitting the wolf.
P. Will's one of my favorite.
I love that
artists
dog is
for
spelled
sure in
D-A-W-G also. Right? That's sports. What were you saying, bro?
He's one of my favorites in Minnesota. He's every song I've ever heard of him is good. Like he's also one of the first people that I got in tune with when I started. But yeah, he's got all the talent. It's just the same thing of being in Minnesota and trying to figure out how to push yourself. But he's really good. I like all his music.
And his the full artist name? His full artist name Prince Will?
I think it used to be Prince Williams, but I think he shortened it to P. Will.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. Shout out P. Will. That was a dope track. Top Dog. He's talking about Anthony Edwards, he refers to his fellow players as dogs, D-A-W-G. And Ant's dog, Ant Jr., I think is his name. He actually has his own Instagram.
Oh, really?
That's got 200,000 followers at this point.
Wow.
Just a dog, dude. So shout out to all the dogs out there. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
Or that. All right, sweet. Moving on. Let's see. Where do we go from here? Ooh, let's do a B different track. Let's do Be Different. He's done 3 Timberwolves halftimes, and I've been lucky enough to DJ for him all 3 times on the court. Some of the greatest memories of like my career. Just love that. I love him as an artist. He actually was so we're at the Generation Now headquarters right now, and we have a big warehouse in the back, and we our yearly annual party that we do back there. I always like to have some artists perform, and this year Be Different. He flew in from Denver. He had a show in Denver, flew out here, rocked it, did a performance, and just everyone turned up. It was amazing. So he's just a great dude, and I always say this last if I say it about him at all, but he's Anthony Edwards' brother. You know what I'm saying? But more than that, he's just a super dope artist, and I just love how his like sound has evolved over time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I really like him too. As like he's definitely like if you're having a class of people that aren't from Minnesota but moved to Minnesota, he's definitely #1 for me in that category.
Yeah.
I have 2 interviews with him on YouTube. One from like a year ago, and then one from a few months ago.
Okay.
And he actually referenced me in one of his songs. Which he's Ricky said, "I'm going crazy, but I'm going stupid." Why can't I think of the song?
Let's believe I'm going dummies.
Yeah. It has a feature on with Peasy. It's early.
I got it on here.
But he's one of, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 artists that have mentioned me in their music. So it's pretty cool when they do that.
That's sick, dude.
But yeah, I know I did I
didn't realize that that's what he was referring to. Can't go back. Be different. Here we go.
To them starving days, say money bring problems, bring on my won't start today. I can't go back to that place I'm from. I guarantee it, Charles Barkley, just watch how I come. I can't go
It's just such a great
back.
message too, you know what I'm saying?
Investing in myself, then I'ma invest in my own. Broly, I can see it already, like I'm the weatherman. They think it's gonna rain a little bit, but I predict a storm. Get on, mama, get on like they stole something from me. Ricky say I'm going crazy, don't forget I'm going down.
That's Ricky. He's here. Dude, you're famous, bro. That's amazing.
We just did a show with him, Cumo, and Mac OC, and when he performed, right when the song kicked in, I was like, he references me in the song, let me know if y'all catch it.
Yeah.
And then someone said something like, Charles Barkley? My name's not Charles Barkley. But yeah, no, he's good, and he's a good performer too. Oh,
he's a great performer, man. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why the Wolves bring him back for a halftime show. Like you have to be a good performer to land that. And I mean, that's a good segue. Like a lot of artists do hit me up and DM like, hey, how do I perform at halftime? Like, I mean, there's so many factors. Like, I think #1 is just like, you got to be putting out hits so that people are recognizing you and you're getting streams and But to me, the live performance aspect is so important for an artist. And in hip hop, it can sometimes get lost on artists as to how to perform in front of a crowd. Like, maybe speak on that since you've been a part of so many shows, but how big of a factor is that?
Live performance, like
stage presence and stuff.
Yeah, stage presence, having energy, and especially like if you're gonna try to perform at a halftime show, like you're gonna need to be able to rap without depending on your vocals. One, because there's even like delays from the stadium speakers to what you're hearing in the earpiece and all this stuff. It's gonna throw you off. So you need to be, you need to have a little bit of experience under your belt if you're gonna do a stadium. But learning live performance, when I go to a concert, and even when I throw concerts, I really appreciate when artists turn off their vocals, or at least cut in and out of it a little bit. Like if you need breaths or whatever, have the song your vocals come back in. Some of my favorite performances are when people use live bands, and practice and rehearse because you're getting a true performance. But if you're still new, or if maybe you're not fully comfortable with cutting your vocals out, you just got to make up for it with energy. You can't stand up there and be mopey and slow but if you're jumping around, energy, hopping in the crowd, you can get away with anything because people will thrive off your energy regardless.
Yeah, that's facts. And the same thing goes with DJs, and we have a little less stage because we're right behind the turntables. But that's one thing that I always look for when we hire new DJs is how are they as live performers and their stage presence, especially with social media. Like, DJ content is, basically people like making these really quick mini mixes or like a mashup. And a lot of times they're like pre-produced. They may not be doing it actually live. Well, you have to make up for that in how you are with your body, and you're mouthing the words, and you're playing to the camera, and you're smiling, and you're dancing around and stuff. And like when I go see a DJ, I get most inspired by ones that are like super into the music that they're playing. You know what I'm saying? And it just like gives me energy, and it like inspires me to do the same. And And a lot of people ask too, like, how'd you get the Timberwolves job? How'd you get the Timberwolves job? And like, what they told me when they first interviewed me was that was a part of it, is like, you're just like bopping to the music. You can tell you're like really, really into what beat or whatever track that you're playing at the time. So that was a factor in them hiring me 17 seasons ago. All right, sweet. So those are some that I had on my computer in a folder. Now let's go to some recent submissions, because I wanted to make sure that we're representing for people that just sent them in. So here's a track called Mr. Fuego by Fanaka Nation. You know Fanaka? Have you ever worked with him before?
Not directly, but I've posted about some of his new music releases on social media. But no, we haven't. I don't think we've done any work for him directly. No.
Okay, so he's a Gen Now team member as an MC, and he's just an insane breakdancer. So like, we'll book him for events where he's like rocking the event, hyping people up on the microphone, making announcements and stuff like that, but like getting everyone really engaged. And then a combination of that and just like doing insane breakdance moves and stuff and backflipping off the stage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice 1-2 punch for sure. So this track is called Mr. Fuego.
Live on Tamil Radio,
Like
we got
Fanaka
international green card daddy from the 612. About to hit you with that locomotion. Matter of fact, he just came through the back door. Fanaka Nation,
Trio Meal.
call me Mr. Fuego, baby.
I've not heard this.
Wow.
Classic. Again, the track is called Mr. Fuego. That's just a dope title too.
Hey, I'm about to do my locomotion. I'm about to do my locomotion. Hey, Baba, do that locomotion. I'm about to, she about to. Mama is a queen and she tests all my stamina. And she tests all my stamina. When she work, I gotta pull out my camera. Give me the light. Mike,
Oh, dude, I love the energy.
I could see that being mixed in with some other songs at the stadium for sure.
Honestly, though, like dance hall, reggaeton, Afro beats, Afro house.
A lot of that's in right now.
Is super in right now. So yeah, I mean, I wish we could get to the chorus there, but we'll obviously mention all these tracks. We'll take the artist down below, but that's Mr. Fuego, which, yeah, like I said, that's just a dope title for a song. Like, Fuego means fire, by the way, in Spanish. But he's not Spanish. He's mixed Kenyan, and I want to say his mom is from Laos, or gosh, I'm probably messing it up, but he's got a lot of culture for sure. So Fanaka, thank you for the submission, brother. We love you. Next up, let's see what we got. Maybe you take a look here if you.
There's this guy, I guess, Brady Happy. It's cool to see him submit. He's been in a lot of our live streams, and he's been one of our, like, when we do our live streams, we'll post like our favorite 9 songs or whatever, however many slides Instagram allows you.
Yeah. It's like 20 now.
Yeah, now it's a lot. But he's been in there a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like, different. He doesn't have a lot of fans, doesn't have a lot of streams. With all the due respect, I'm not shitting on you.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of undiscovered talent out here.
Hell yeah. So let me just see what his email said here. Not sure if it's the genre that usually gets played, but worth a shot. Appreciate all you do for the city. Man, appreciate that, dude. So Brady Happy, hopefully we're pronouncing that last name right.
Happy.
This track's called Mad at Me.
Looks like I left all of the lights on in the kitchen. Fan on faucet in the sink is always dripping. Everybody talking to me, but they miss it. Feelings change and rearrange, but I'm equipped.
Definitely head nodding.
To love you the way that I do. Flowers and hugs, hustle, home's what we do. Uber can't go fast, one more in the queue. Took off your dress, girl, and that's when I knew I should just stay with
That's
you.
dope, dude. I like that. Mad at Me. Wish I had it on my computer. I had a cue pointer. We can go right to the chorus, but you get a sense of the track.
Yeah, he does a lot. That's kind of a lot that I hear out of him. Is that type of style.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like boom bap, R&B mixed with hip hop, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not mad at me. I ain't mad at that. Now, is it arena? No. And he admits that in the email, but also, I just like beats like that. They're like minimal. They're simple. You have like a little Rhodes piano in there, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little string line, but like, like when I look at a track, I'm looking at this waveform, and when I see like space, like in here, you know, it's like this is a little bit too convoluted, but that track will have a lot of space in between each of the notes, and that's to me what makes a track head nodding, because it's boom, 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 boom. There's not too much going on, basically. So, all right, appreciate the submission, Brady. All right, moving on. Maybe you can find another one in here. You got Chase a Bag.
Chase a Bag's pretty fire.
Is he from Minnesota? He is from Minnesota. Okay, he's blowing up, bro, or has been.
Yeah,
he's got a big fan base.
He had a really big song years ago. What is it called? Regardless, he had a really big song a few years ago, and he's, you know, always still been kind of like putting out good music, and he just dropped a feature with Sean Kingston like a month ago.
Oh, wow. Sean Kingston, damn.
Yeah, which he previewed and teased like 2 years ago, and then he finally released it. But he's been releasing new videos every day. He's got really high quality stuff going on. So yeah.
Should we peep Chase a Bag then, since we've been talking about him?
Pick one of them.
All right, he sent 3 over. Hopefully they're clean. We got Wasted. We got Never Hit the Floor. I like the sound of that. And we got Came With It. Radio. Let's do Came With It.
That one, with the radio, and we know for sure that one's playing.
I just like that title though. Here we go. Chase a Bag. Came With It. Ooh, it's got like Scarface vibes. How about pina colada?
I start my day with a new exotic. Walk in the kitchen, shawty making coffee. Count up the paper made from the profit. Walk to the bank, I gotta make deposits. I headed a wave, I think I can surf. All of these blues, I feel like a smurf. All of these jewels, it came with a curse. So the switch on them, it came with a hearse. Money and it came with it. Put on their dog, but it came with it, yeah. All these fake people,
like I know Ant would get down with this track. He's like kind of gonna buy.
Yours in the trunk, but I came with it. You calling home, came with it. No BBLs, but they came with it. Supercharged engine, it came with it, yeah.
Okay, came with it, yo. You know what? I'm slam dunking on that one, bro. I'm slam dunking on the Chase a Bag, bro. Chase a Bag, you did it! Yeah!
There you go. You got
almost
the first
messed that
slam
up,
dunk
dude.
of the
What if
day.
I would have missed? That would have been crazy.
I would have credited the Waterwave shirts for the defense.
Oh, that'd be funny to have you hiding back there and you just like put your hand in one of the sleeves and just like, nope, not today, buddy. All right, Chase a Bag, Came With It.
There you go.
Glad we opened that one, dude. Glad we opened that one. Yeah, this is kind of fun, like searching around here, you know.
Yeah, because I did make a video post to try to get some of the people that follow me to come submit as well, because I do have a lot of local artists that follow us. So I am seeing some recognizable names in here. I do want to obviously give some new people some opportunities.
Sure.
That haven't been played at the stadium.
So Melman. Probably silence my phone, huh? There's a few here from them. J Pro.
Oh, we gotta do the J Pro.
Word?
Yeah.
This is from Jordan Olson. J Pro is the artist name, though.
Yep.
He says we got to do.
Yep. All right. For anyone, this is you've never heard the song, have you? Probably.
I don't think so, but he was at the prop show, right? Or you interviewed him at the prop show?
I interviewed him at his show.
Oh, that was his show. Okay.
But he's going viral for
this
song
the Willy Wonka. The
Willy Wonka prop show.
Yeah,
Willy Wonka birthday or New Year's bash.
That's what he was at.
No, he did his own show recently that we did interview him at. But you know, I'm happy he sent that song in because he's going viral for the song right now.
Oh,
and it's like the most sophisticated bars you may have ever heard in your life. And sophisticated is the right word.
Whoa!
I don't know if it's stadium music, but this is gonna be a great. I'm happy. I'm glad he sent it in. I want to know what you think.
Okay, here we go. J Pro, Remy.
For Boss.
For Boss.
Ready?
I like the little bass line in there.
Yeah, look. Remy for Russia, I know through popping a ride out underneath ribbon spots. Flush on the ground like I dropped the walk in a wood grain Lincoln, I'm driving a lot. Uniball vision, I'm clutching a pad of a moleskin journal with snow on my face. Coat on the central, steep in the steam, it be Roseline streets on a winter day. I'm sitting
Crazy flow.
I'm running towards mountains, I feel I'm in purge of the words I be writing, they sleep and I stir to. But I'm about to wake them up, these words are sure to go platinum and diamond. I feel like I'm Johnny, you're Eliante, all the diamonds they blinding. I'm running towards trophies like Drake in 2000s, I'm climbing the mountain, I'm shouting, I'm bouncing, I'm showing my teeth like I just got the mirrors. Cashing the check, it's the last of the year. Made 6 figures, I'm finally here. So as I sit down up in Mesa Margeau, sipping on fresh.
That's
like
sick, dude. Yeah. J Pro. Okay.
Yeah, he went viral like 4 or 5 years ago for this song called Jump, and I think a lot of people kind of didn't know if he was like making music as a joke or he was actually taking it serious. Because he was very like, you know, like with lack of a better term, like a memey white rapper back then, like kind of like very happy, giddy, smiley.
He's got that energy.
But now it's like he's actually kind of formed into who he is artist-wise, and he was kind of talking about that in the interview we did with him. And he's been getting a lot more respect from actual, you know, people that like his music versus more of like his personality. But yeah, J Pro.
I like it, man. That's good. Yeah, nice. I'm glad we picked that one. Yeah, because I had just heard of him because of your interview that you guys posted on your YouTube. All right, so that's J Pro. We have some here. Just stop me when you see something.
Trev is a good artist. He did a
Trev?
Yeah, he did I don't know if he did a Timberwolves song or he did a Twin song with Comp Keys back in the day.
Oh yeah, shout out to Comp Keys, dude. Yeah, great producers.
Yep, Jay Fontaine is one of the Waterwave guys.
All right, let's do this. I like this.
His new drop.
Jay Fontaine. I think we might have reacted one on episode 1. I can't remember now, but this track is Jay Fontaine, Party Love.
Yep, just came out like this week or last week now.
And let's peep it out, y'all. Go to preview. Bang, bang, boom. Here we go. Like a hyper pop.
Hey, yo, Lucas, that's the one.
Pretty girl, she's a party one. Goes when the party comes. She's in a Jeep top down, she's a Barbie one. She made it obvious, she just want party love. She just want party drugs. She roll around, drop top in the city.
80s synth pop vibe.
Every night for her is the same. Try to show her love outside the club. Shorty don't wanna be saved. So bad, but she's way too tough.
Yeah, I mean, I like it for what it is. That's cool. Jay Fontaine, that just like The Weeknd really kind of brought back 80s synth pop, don't you think? Like with his, not his most recent album, but, and I love that as a DJ because, especially if I'm doing weddings, that whole era of music, like it's sing-along time, but it's like sing-along but dancey. Like Take On Me, for example, by Aha, you know, like tracks like that, which actually mixes perfectly with Blinding Lights. But it's got that kind of vibe with the drums program, that kind of fast drums, and yeah, I like it. Is it Timberwolves? To me, no, but what are your thoughts, Ricky?
Yeah, I'd say it definitely would be like one of those mix-ins if it was like a pre-game shoot-around, it's not that super upbeat song. But no, I like it a lot. He's been kind of working on trying to figure out his music correctly and release his own vibe and whatnot. Oh, I did just see that one I wanted to listen to.
Cody Mexico.
Anthony Edwards.
Okay, Anthony Edwards. I mean,
with this artist named Chicken P, who's from Milwaukee, and he actually is coming out here soon. But Cody Mexico, TB Cody, I heard of him like maybe a year ago now or so.
Okay.
But you know, he said he hit me up. He's like, "Yo, I sent in my Anthony Edwards song," and I was like, "Perfect show to send it into."
No doubt, dude.
Might as well check it out. I feel like I've heard it. I'll have to find here, but I can't remember.
Okay.
So
well, you're hearing it now, folks. Here we go. Featuring Chicken P. Anthony Edwards, TBE, Cody, Chicken P.
Work, touchdown, I'm done quick, I don't got time to wait. I'm a table if you wanna eat, then pull up with a plate. Take the doughs off the trap, I never miss a plate. 20 touchdown last night, I'm done with them today. I ain't gotta work the town, I can shoot to Tennessee. Down in Iowa, they still paying 30 for the beans. I got t-shirts for sale, I spent 12 on my jeans. P.O. told me get a job, but I'm working with the fiends. I'm the reason half the city strung out on that
for sure.
I got motion before I had a line, I used to work the block. We the reason that them crackheads ain't f***ing with no rocks. Put my money in the trap, I ain't f***ing with no stocks, bro.
It is clean-ish, though, so appreciate that. I'm waiting for the chorus when he's talking about Anthony Edwards.
Drake came with a banana clip, my chopper shoot. Let us do a lot for Minnesota, bitch. I'm like Anthony Edwards. What your trap doing?
Oh, I see.
TBE the mob, they rocking, and
that's
I'm
fire.
rolling with.
Let's just wait till the end of this like line here. Pause it. Yeah, I mean, I like the energy of it. I like the vibe. I like how he's flowing over the track too. Again, those are the things I'm really listening and paying attention to. But I do have to pay attention to lyrics also.
Yeah.
And I just feel like if you're gonna make a song, Anthony Edwards, I just think it should be more about just like winning and sports and basketball. I mean, not to sound like cliche, but I mean that's you know, just being the greatest, like stuff like that. I feel like there was it just wasn't quite.
Yeah, because like the only Anthony Edwards reference was I'm putting whatever doing good for Minnesota. Feel like Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Which is a cool bar.
It is a cool bar for sure.
But if you're trying to win over a fan base of viewers with the song called Anthony Edwards, you might want to stick more to like a hype song.
Yeah.
Just off the idea of like, even though that doesn't have to be your whole career, but just that specific song. I mean, it's obviously a good song, good feature on it, and whatnot too, though.
Yeah, for sure. There is one I had in here. Damn it, hang on a second. What the hell is his name? Oh, yeah. He changed his name. Okay. Parker Ellis. MP3, the clean version. Here's the link. All right. So I heard a little snippet of this track. It's by Paper Suit called Lights, Camera, Action. Have you heard of Paper Suit? I think formerly known as Pale Goblin.
Okay.
I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, but let's check this out. Paper Suit, Lights, Camera, Action. Love the title.
Everybody be quiet on the set. I said quiet on the set. Lights, camera, action. I'm making a classic. Hold up. I'm gaining traction. Weaving through traffic. Slow up. I can't, I'm Manning. Preaching like a Catholic. Jesus. Did game like magic. My bad, that's graphic. Give it up now. I'm dripped out in my chinos. Dreaming.
Yo, I think we got one, bro.
More like Shaq on free throws. All that I see is zeros. I think I'm my own hero. Making
this has it for me. This has it for me.
I take a flight to Reno. Cashing in casinos. That's money. Don't want no.
He goes, that's money.
I guess you feel
We got 2 dunks today.
I'm way too
Dude, our neighbors are gonna be.
Give me that chicken. I'm hungry.
Give me that chicken, I'm flipping the bird. Wait till it's
Dude, what?
dessert. I got the game.
Have you heard Lights, Camera, Action yet, though? Other than the beginning?
Talk a big game from behind a computer. I circle the square and I trigger the shooter. Whenever I spit out, I'm making a face like somebody smacking their shin with a scooter. Real fast like my first name, Juno.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we get the gist for sure.
It gives me like reminds me of you guys reacted to him on the last one, Jay Zoll. I remember his Mercury song, the clean version on that. I remember he kind of almost butchered the clean version. I remember it was like, because it was such a big gap from word to word. But that song is really good of his, Jay Zoll.
Oh, in
but that
post-production.
Yeah, that reminds me of a little bit of the Jay Zoll vibe. If I'm comparing to another Minnesota artist that's out here that is doing his thing. I've never heard of Paper Suit though. It's really good. No, I think
like I said,
that definitely belongs in the stadium for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with it honestly. Like, it's on my list right now. So appreciate that. Lights, Camera, Action. Love the title too. Maybe there's a wordplay opportunity where I could go from that into the Mr. Cheek song.
Okay.
You know, coming Lights, Camera, Action. So sorry, Miss Jackson. You know that track?
Oh, yeah.
It's like early 2000s, but definitely stadium vibes. So love it. All right, I think we should do like maybe 2 more here. Let's find 2 more.
Have you ever heard of Student One?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know him? Okay.
Yeah, I've been kind of going back and forth with him on IG. Okay. So he sent 2 in. All right. I don't care. I can't be here for too long. And then I kind of like the sound of It's all caps.
Let's try
Student 1, and dude, his Guitar Hero stuff is he does that live like at shows.
Yeah, he was just in London for a Guitar Hero event.
Yeah. Jack, like in post, I think like let's just go to a B-roll clip of him playing Guitar Hero on stage because he like incorporates that into his song.
I don't think I've seen him do it at a concert. We posted a video of him completing Through the Fire and Flames with 100% accuracy.
Yeah.
On our Instagram and said, "Is Student One the best rapper Guitar Hero player in the world?" And it's our most viewed video on Instagram ever. It has like 200,000 likes, like 100,000 shares.
Holy crap.
Like 5 million views maybe.
Dang,
yeah,
really?
It's our
5 million views?
Yeah, it's like our most viewed video on Instagram, and it still gets comments. And it's like almost a year old now. It still gets comments and likes to this day.
Yeah, once you hit that level in the millions, like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like
Shout out
it
him.
really never ends. So yeah, Student 1, this track's called Yeah, and it's clean.
Yep.
Let's go.
It's coming.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, I know.
Hey, big back down. I'm meant to be high right now. My side like my mind. Broken to right now. Figured out the figure 8 down 21 like a Stevie Wonder why right now. Don't know what a guy, how can I know what am I when I don't know what I'm by right now? Drag all day, drag all day. I'ma just go chill up in the bag all day. Listen to the music back and tag.
Damn, his flow is crazy on this.
Y'all play. Sorry, buddy, I don't even want that cloud. I don't even want your dap. I don't want you looking at me. I don't even want that chain. Remember, never wanted that. 8 times to be picking at me. Student 1 telling me I'm making the enemy.
I'm waiting for the chorus to come in.
Scribble out
Oh,
all
there.
the making the ditty up. Break fast like ego. You covered up a friend and I don't want to blend in.
That's pretty sick, dude. It's pretty minimal. Let me just make sure I get this down. Yeah, his IG is like Stu with like a bunch of U's.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that track, Ricky?
Yeah, I like that one. I actually have heard that one before. I forgot what it's called, but I think like there's like a weird like bridge here in the middle that's like it's got some fun energy to it. Right here, yeah.
Okay, thank you for pointing that out. Let me get back to it. I love when the beat drops out. I mean, I could definitely scratch over this, which, as everyone knows, I am obsessed with scratching turntables.
I stay in chaos.
Dang, that's got energy, bro. That's man, we got a lot of good submissions,
Yeah, that one
bro.
would be good with like scratching in between. Even the Paper Suit song, kind of like back to back almost.
Right.
But yeah, I got a lot that are all very similar.
Or wordplay, I could increase the tempo and yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Snap! You know what? I didn't hit the wolf hall on that one. I gotta hit the wolf hall.
I got the money. I like that.
Man, we got too many good ones.
I like that song.
Student 1, appreciate it, bro. Thanks for sending the clean. All right, so next one we're gonna take a listen to is Dylan by Dylan Long. I love that in the subject of the email it says WolfTrax episode 2. Makes it easy for us.
I think he goes by Doozy.
Okay, he goes by Doozy.
Yep.
So this is by Doozy, and the track is called After Effect, clean version. Ooh. Dude, what is that sample?
But I gotta go and tell them about it. Yeah, I gotta go and tell them about it. Yeah. Boy, what you know about that real? Rapping to the kids.
Clean version.
That make you feel real. Tell these young kids not to steal. Tell them about the struggles and what made you just reveal. I've been under weather, I just gotta start to heal.
Like this,
keep on speeding through
I just love this kind of vibe of track. I don't know if that's Timberwolves Arena ready, but I'm a big fan of just like that beat pattern. I mean, I guess you could call that boom bap.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I agree. It's maybe not the best for the stadium.
Yeah.
Still a great song though. I think we've had a lot of like this good like boom bap, like very lyricist-esque
Yeah, the
music.
No Rollin' track. This
Yeah,
one by
I think that's
Doozy.
kind of where Minnesota thrives the best.
Okay.
And where you can kind of reach the best audience, because a lot of rappers out here are making drill music or like dirty guns, drugs, like hardball. I'm the best. I'm big dog. Da da da. Which is good, and it's like there's a big market for it in the grand scheme of the world. But if you're trying to capture a Minnesota audience, I think this more cleaner style of like just like the vibe you can make or talk or like motivational style music.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, one of my favorite artists like music wise is like Rick Ross.
Okay.
I don't really know what his life is like outside of
Same
his
name.
music, but like it's like he's always talking about I'm a boss, I'm rich, I'm doing this, I'm getting better. I think that type of stuff, and you even see it with like the type of artists that do make it out of Minnesota. They're not the drill heavy, hardcore.
That's a good point.
Rappers.
You're dropping gems right now, bro.
So like, I think like these last few people we've listened to, the Doozy, Student 1, Paper Suit, Well Rollin', are like kind of like those guys that are hitting that niche, even though, like the Juice Lords type of people too. Like there's, and then not to say that other people can't make it, because there is people that have more fans than these people that maybe we're listening to that make different types of music. But it's like you kind of, you kind of lose touch of the actual Minnesota, even Minneapolis population, and you're putting yourself into a very small demographic when you make that type of music. But you know, if you're good at marketing and advertising, and you can get your songs heard by people in other markets, then you're just fine. But most people out here don't got a budget like that, so if you can make music that can fit with your peers, then I say, you know, try to do that.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked as to how long this kind of trap drill subgenre of hip hop has lasted in terms of like being on top of the charts.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while since there's been a kind of a switch up. You know, we went kind of like a little bit Jersey there for a while with Just Wanna Rock and some of the Ice Spice stuff, which I love because it's so danceable. It's like boom, 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 boom.
Now with this Kendrick Drake beef, some of the lyrics, like very lyrical songs, are kind of starting to come back. It seems like.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it's one good positive from that whole situation. But okay, again, doozy After Effect. Thanks for the submissions. Got a great vibe to it. For sure. All right, I say we pick one more. All right, so I think we got our next track submission, Summer Breeze by Kumo. You know a little bit about this song, huh?
Yeah, Kumo, he's one of the artists that have been around Waterwave his whole life. He's also been working with this all-new entertainment group called All In Entertainment. They've been helping out a lot with his music recently. But this track, Summer Breeze, with him and Kari, was a big hit. I think it came out last summer, potentially, or like a year ago, by the time of recording, maybe a little bit more. But it's one of my favorite songs of his, and one of my favorite verses and songs total with Kari on the feature too. Shout out You Know It crew as well.
And shout out Waterwave, y'all. Shout out Waterwave and Kumo. Dude, I'm a fan of Kumo. We reviewed one of his tracks. I think it was On Me or something on the last one.
Yeah, that's one of his. That was like his first song, because he only been making music for a little over a year now.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dude. So he, you know, he maybe almost probably about 2 years now, but he just turned 21. And so when he was in high school, the On Me song was like a freestyle that they were like, bro, you gotta make a song. Okay. So that's why the intro is like, you can hear people singing it in the back of the On Me song.
Actually, no, we reacted to Price Going Up on the last one, because I think he had just dropped it. But
yeah, On Me was like an old but good one. Like the one where like he doesn't really perform it at his new shows, but people in the crowd are like, play On Me.
Oh,
so
really?
then they end up queuing it up.
Oh, that's cool. But, DJ's gotta be ready for that.
Yeah.
All right, well, cool. So Summer Breeze featuring Kari.
Yep, K4.
By Kumo. Let's get it. Like a Quavo drop right there.
What I say, we gon' bring them sticks in every show I go. And if I can't, I look like taking risks like that, you slow.
Clean version, appreciate it.
I look like getting told. Walking club, a lot of bucks on me. Go sell a soul. Super turn. Got 2 chains on my neck, be feeling hurt. My say she don't like my ringtone, cause it go out so berserk. I can't take on no date. I might say that, but I just flirt. Stupid. Get on my nerves, pop just float like a bird. Only stay with reapers,
I'm gonna jump ahead.
Got super songs. Check my brother wrist, that glitch, you know we super cold. Steady riding, round with Glocks in pockets. Super Bowl, heard the police.
Okay, so yeah, Kari was in the beginning then.
Know it, bro, keep talking about this money that he got, but never show it. And he talking about this he movie, but he never blow it. Capping, supercharged my lapping. I'm too rich to do the dapping. I'm too to do the yapping. Casamigo, she a freak.
That's sick, dude. Summer Breeze by Kumo. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like the vibe of it. That's definitely a player warm-up track for sure. I don't know if it would be an in-arena, like during the game type of song. Just needs a little bit more energy, but you know, that's not what they were going for on that song.
Yeah, which is kind of like, because Kumo, 90% of the music he puts out is that crazy energy.
Yeah.
But you know, he does tend to swear and make references in it, so making the clean versions is, you know, a necessity when we are trying to, you know, get opportunities like getting on the radio and the Wolves or whatever it is.
And I appreciate you guys. Anytime I hear a track and I hit you up, I'm like, yo, do you got a clean version of this for the Wolves game tonight? Yeah, give me 2 hours.
Usually we're working with, shout out JTC Beats. He's either producing a lot of Kumo's stuff or at least engineering it, and he's a professional. He's always got his computer in front of him. He's always ready to put some work in for any opportunity, and he's quick to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. Well, cool. I think we're going to end it there with listening and reacting. We had a nice selection in there. I mean, it was under 20. I think more than 15. I forgot to write down a couple, but nice.
I got them all in order.
Nice
I think
number.
here for you for post or whatever you need.
Oh, you do? Okay. Look at this guy. Yes. Thank you, Ricky.
I can't miss out.
And look, he's even got the ratings on here. That is beautiful. Okay. Well, I think I know what my 3 are. Hang on here. Let me just. Yep, I got my 3. What's it gonna be? 3.
Let's see. I think we just I got my 3. And I'm also I'm also taking into account people that I know have already been played at the Timberwolves game. So I'm hopefully picking 3 new people as well.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, because you've been following me.
Trust me, every time you play someone, I get it sent in my DM.
Hell yeah.
Everybody wants a post about it, but now it's become a thing where it's like, make a post every day, which I could make a post every day about someone new artists getting played at the Wolves game.
Right.
Which is like that's just like kind of what I said at the beginning. It became like, holy shit, someone's being played at the Wolves game to like, I love that there's more people getting played at the Wolves game.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what this show is all about.
Because to every artist that's on this sheet, it's a good for their resume. There's not a single artist on this sheet that's bigger than the program that shouldn't, take that as big for their resume that they can use for leverage for, gaining fans or, getting booked for a show or getting paid for a feature. Like, this is big for their resume.
Right. That's good. The man's been dropping gems all show long, you guys. So, all right, let's see. How should we do this?
I say we go one at a time, or you name one. If we both have it, it's a guarantee.
Okay, perfect.
If you name one, I don't have it, then we have the debate.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna name one. You tell me if it's on your list.
Okay.
Chase a Bag Came With It.
Yep.
That's on yours.
It's
Let's
on there.
go. All right.
All right, and then it was the first song we listened to, the 1TK Rilla Believe That, just because it's got the Anthony Edwards reference.
Yep.
It's kind of got that boom bap, or not boom bap, but high tempo.
Yep,
big
that's
beats.
true.
So
that is not on my top 3, but I'm open to choosing that one.
Okay.
What's dope is he's at all the games too, so like that would just be amazing. But I did like that song. It didn't for me have quite the energy as some of the other ones, but I'm gonna put a little circle right here just to indicate that you chose that one. My next one is Paper Suit. Yes.
Yep.
All right. My next one is Paper Suit, Lights, Camera, Action. I think I even dunked on that one.
Yeah, I have that one too.
We got 2 already, yo ho! Let's go. All right. What's your third?
So it was the Believe That by 1TK Rello, because I had the other 2 matched with you. Yeah. I really like the P. Will Top Dog song, but I think I actually used you playing him in the stadium for the promotion video for this.
Oh, I think you did actually.
Because he was played there. I do like the Breathe Taste Supreme song.
That's my third, dude.
Okay, because I'd say that one's up there with me too. Yeah, because I mean, if we're looking at it, we got a lot of really good songs here, but maybe that aren't stadium ready.
Yep.
And then if I'm going off of my out of 10 ratings, that's another one that's tied up there with the same
I see
rating.
You got a lot of 8s. I mean, hey, listen, shout out to all the submissions that we listened to today. Ricky from Waterwaves got you at least an 8 on most of these. So that's saying something. There wasn't really a song that we listened to that I was just straight up that was whack today at all. So yeah, Breathe by Taste Supreme. Let's do it. All right, so those are the 3 winners of episode 2 WolfTrax. We got Breathe by Taste Supreme. We got Came With It from Chase a Bag. And we got Lights, Camera, Action from Paper Suit. Bangers. Those are bangers. So thank y'all so much. Thank you, Ricky, for coming in here and being my host today. Love the perspective that you give. Love the brand that you built with Waterwave.
Thank you.
Take a second, tell the people what you got going on, what's coming up in your life and everything.
Yeah, if you're still watching at this point, then I'm sure you are interested in what we got going on. But Waterwave TV is basically a news and entertainment platform in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We cover a lot of Minnesota stuff, but our goal is to eventually take over the news game in general and cover the whole world. Right now, you can come shop with us and see our physical kind of store and people a part of our brand at 1521 Como Avenue Southeast, Minneapolis, Minnesota, right across the street from Blue Door Pub, just outside of Dinkytown. If you are interested in our content, check out our YouTube channel. That's where you find all of our long form stuff, or just check us out on Instagram for the quickest snippet of what we do.
Hell yeah. Ricky, thank you so much. WolfTrax episode 2. We out here, y'all. Congrats to the winners. I'm going to play your tracks at an upcoming Timberwolves game, and we will make a short form little edit of that being played. And again, thank you to all the music submissions. Stay tuned for episode 3. Generation Now Entertainment. Timberwolves, we out.
Peace.
Wolfpack.